Okay, we're broadcasting.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, we are.
Okay, but
Exciting.
I can't see it on my channel.
Oh,
Which one's
I
the
see
one?
it.
Okay, I see it. I see it.
Okay.
Oh my god, I said notification.
Which one's delete? Okay, wait. Go to studio.
Oh my god, I see myself.
This is also complicated.
Okay, I need to.
Oh wait, it's just I have to go to the thing to delete the thing. Okay, manage. Okay, excellent. This says which one is the one that's not live. More actions. Delete forever. Excellent.
Okay, I will post this.
Yeah, just send out that link. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Okay.
Fun stuff. We're really learning over here.
We really are.
Should we explain this about people switching as well?
Yeah. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna send the link just in case y'all need it to the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
If WhatsApp would just like cooperate with me for a second here. Okay. Oh, my poor computer. She's doing so much today.
I know my computer's freaking out.
Okay, so okay, so let's get started. So we're here after some technical difficulties and a lot of running around and switching around. There are 2 more of us that are in the waiting room right now, and we're gonna be switching out. It's gonna be a mess, but would it be us if it wasn't a mess? I don't think so. So let's get started and introduce ourselves because this is our first live stream. I'm Tati. You're on my channel. Someone go, please. Lisa, you go. You're right next to me, so you're going.
Okay, so I'm Lisa from the channel North Pages. Do we have to say anything else?
No. Oh wait, no. I have never. This is my second time reading City of Bones. I read it the first time in March, so I recently started. I don't know a damn thing about the rest of the series beyond the show. Lisa, this is your first time reading it?
Yeah, my first time, and I just finished it today.
Yeah. Skylar, you're next.
Hello, I'm Skylar, and I have also read this one time before. And yeah, I don't know, somebody else go, please.
Jessica, you go.
I'm Jessica from Jessica's Bridged Books. I have read them. I think I've actually probably the furthest, but I read them last year. So I've done like a refresher training for myself for this. Yeah. So
okay.
I'm Sammy. I'm from the channel Bookish Sammy. I read this series back in 2016, but I never got past City of Fallen Angels because that book was questionable. Again, we're gonna give it another round.
I'm Mica. I've read them the whole series up to Lady Midnight in 2003. I read City of Heavenly Fire when it came out, and I used to be extremely obsessed with the Mortal Instruments. I mean, I'm wearing the Morgenstern ring, but I
love it.
So yeah, I'm rereading them.
Excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna switch out 2 people so that our last 2 can come introduce themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my God. Do I look like this? Okay. Taylor, do you want to go first or me?
Sure. So, hi everybody. My name's Taylor. I'm from Taylor Mackenzie Reads, and I read City of Bones. Well, I read the first 4 in 2009, and not since. So I just finished rereading this one this morning, and it was a ride.
All right. And hi, everyone. I'm Yesenia from the channel Yesenia. I know, super confusing. But this is my first time. Ooh, I look like I'm in Twilight now. The light. This is my first time reading any Cassie Clare. So before this, I didn't know what a shadow hunter was or didn't know who Jace was, but now I do. But
Now you
so
definitely do.
That's my background.
Okay, so wait. I don't know how we should do this. I'm just gonna like switch you all out like randomly at this point. Okay, so we should first talk about this book and its plot. It's almost, I mean, it's not nonsensical, but it's something. It's definitely something.
I think she could have cut this in half, and we would have still gotten the same amount of plot that we were getting.
I mean, in half.
Maybe not. I mean, that's definitely a take.
I think she could have taken out like 3 Clary slaps to Jace, and we would have been good.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I counted them. There's only the one. There's only the one slap.
I feel like it was more. Maybe she.
No. It definitely feels like it was more, but it was only the one time. I honestly made a note that I was keeping count of like how many times she slapped him, when really I should have been keeping count of how many times she forgot about Simon.
Sure.
Yeah, that was sad.
All the time.
Like,
the time. Terrible friend.
She's a terrible friend. Absolutely atrocious.
They're all terrible.
Yeah.
She actually was awful.
Yeah, she was objectively bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
so should we talk about what do you want to talk about first, the plot or Clary's narration? Because they're kind of both the same thing.
I was gonna say it's twined, isn't it? Yeah, plot. Let's go for it.
Let's go for plot.
Sure.
So our plot centers around Clary, who does not know about the shadow world at all. And I don't know about you, but like the clueless protagonist is not my jam. Like, give me a protagonist who already knows what's going on and their life was like turned upside down by the clueless mundane that came into all of this.
Here's the thing about my problem with the plot and her cluelessness is that everything was like laid out for her very obviously.
Yeah.
And she was like,
anything.
she was not like hand waving in front of her face. She tried. And the whole time I'm like, Clary. And she's like, well, he's like, at the end when Jace was like, well, wait, are we allowed to spoil it here?
Yeah, no, we don't talk about this.
Yeah, like when
spoilers are a must.
When Jace was like, my dad gave me this sword or whatever, and she was like, but that's impossible. Your dad's dead. And then he was like, no, but my real dad. And then he's like giving her all these like breadcrumbs, and I'm like, you gotta
spoon feed Clary. That's the problem. You gotta spoon feed Clary. There's like no going around it.
And then he's like, but if that's your dad, and they're like, yes. And she's like, your dad, my dad. She's like, put pieces together, and then they're like, yes, Clary, he's your dad too. And I'm like, okay. We really had to 1 + 1 = 2 here. Okay.
You really have to build her like a map. You got to build her a map, and even then, she might not get it.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna
Switching to Skylar.
I'm gonna switch it into people.
Hello. I wanted to join in and talk about how much I hate Clary.
Go
I
ahead.
was like missing out, you know?
Yes.
I cannot stand her.
She is very dumb.
She's just the worst. She treats everyone horribly. She just. Why would anyone be her friend? I don't know.
Can we talk for a second about how much she hates other women?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That was like the issue that I had.
Please.
Sorry, I feel very passionate about this.
Me too.
Yesenia, go off. Go off. Yesenia, go off.
Like half of my notes are about how she just like shames other women, and it could be how the hell are you gonna forget about your best friend supposedly, and then 5 seconds later get pissed off that he like looks in another girl's direction? I'm so upset. Like it.
Yeah.
I forgot he existed like 5 seconds ago. I'm confused.
And my thing is that she meets Jace and automatically gets so possessive over him after having known him for like 5 minutes, and the 5 minutes she hates him.
Do you know what I really hated was the fact that she like got really angry at Simon and was like, oh no, whatever, we're not friends. And then called him up and was like, oh, by the way, can you drive us to like this place?
Yes!
By the way.
That was such a dick move.
You've just treated him so badly, and now you're going to try and scrounge a lift from him.
Yeah, that was very, we need a ride, but you're not invited. And it's
it was awful.
Yeah, it was just like not great. It was terrible, and it just like she's so protective over both of them, but yet she's so dismissive of Simon. And like he gets so pissed that he flirts with Isabel, and it's just like, and she hates Isabel for like being pretty.
Really hates Isabel.
Which
like,
I cannot
really
stand.
hates her.
But when she's like, when Simon's like, I've been in love with you for 10 years. I was like, what?
I never
saw it coming.
Yeah.
Like, it was like the thought never once.
Occurred to her.
Never.
Even though it was blatantly obvious from like
the audacity.
Yeah, I love how she, like, in that moment, she starts thinking about that comment Jace made about unrequited love confessions and makes the connection. It's like, dude, you should have made it when you said it.
She just mixes everything, doesn't she? She's just going through life, not actually looking at what's going on.
Literally. It's so ridiculous how she like mistreats like Simon, who's apparently supposed to be her best friend, and like it's just like she just forgets about him. It's like, hello, goodbye. I don't remember your existence until you're like stood in front of me.
Well, didn't she also not realize he was missing for like a while?
Yeah.
And then the next day,
oh my gosh, this is my note on. I'm looking at my notes, and this is my note on that whole chapter of like Simon turning into a rat. I said the Simon rat thing was hella random. Peter Pettigrew looking ass. That's literally all.
That's incredible.
So at one point in my notes, I literally wrote down that I could not give less of a shit about this love triangle, and I hope they don't make me care about it because I literally do not.
Yeah.
You know what love story we stand in this? Alec and Magnus.
Oh,
I feel like
absolutely.
I just hate Alex so much that I can't get on board with that.
I'm sorry.
The whole way through, you guys like talking about the group chat. I was like, what?
I am destroyed.
How can you hear that?
Yeah, I was like, he is kind of quiet.
I honestly just think he's an arse. Like he's just angry at every scene.
I mean,
That's fair.
That's
absolutely fair in this book. He's angry most of the time.
Angry, and obviously, like fair play. Like there's a lot of reasoning behind it. But I was also like, come on now, let's just chill out a bit. So he just
also, he's like in 2 seconds in the book. Like he's not really there that much. Like,
hardly in it.
Just like in the book.
That pissed me off that he was hardly in the book.
But he will be.
He will be more. He's more in City of Ashes because I've already read that one.
Yeah.
It's not very much more, but it is more, which I was happy about.
Honestly, like realistically, the only Alec I care about is TV show Alec, and I'm not scared to say it. I'm not scared to say it.
Yeah, TV show Alec.
TV show Alec is a whole mood.
On a side note that has literally nothing to do with this, did any of you guys see that Matthew Daddario said he's having a baby like yesterday?
Yes! I saw yesterday.
How did I miss this? I love how Sammy quickly just like reached for the phone. Like, wait. How did we miss this? We're all under quarantine. There's nothing better to do.
I really did not do that.
Details, ma'am.
Bless Taylor keeping up with like everything in the world. Wait.
there's a part of the plot that did actually really surprise me was the whole Hodge twist. Like,
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. I felt really betrayed.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, it's so there was a point while I was reading when Hodge was explaining the whole circle thing to Clary and Valentine, and like it was so clear that he still like fawns over Valentine so much. Wait, I can look for it. I have my notes here. He just still like he thinks Valentine is still the shit.
He's a little fanboy.
He does talk
He's a little fanboy, absolutely. Wait, where are my notes on that?
charismatic and
Just dreaming.
Yeah,
you
something
know?
like that. I'm like, okay, yeah. It's in chapter 5 when he's like telling Clary all about the Dana world and the circle, and he goes like, "That was Valentine, a firebrand, a visionary, a man of great personal charm and conviction, and a killer. Now someone is invoking his name." And I was just like, Hodge, your loyalties are showing.
I feel like he has like a poster on his bedroom wall of Valentine. You know?
Absolutely.
He writes fan fiction. Yeah.
he cut out a picture from like J14 magazine. He's like,
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's just like still he's still like fawning over Valentine, and he's just like, Valentine is the shit, so I'm just gonna keep following him. But yeah. So we should discuss the character that we've been skirting around this entire time. Are y'all ready?
Are we gonna do it? Finally.
Let's talk about Jace.
Yes, I can't wait.
Yes.
Okay, wait. Before we start talking about Jace, how about you just all give your quick feelings on Jace? Like, I'm just gonna switch this all out. Just like give your quick feelings on Jace. Mica, you're next to me. Go.
So I'm gonna say that the first time I read these books, I loved him. Like he was my jam, but I was also 12 and stupid because now I read it and I hate him. Like,
Yeah.
he's the most arrogant asshole that I've ever met. I hate him.
I agree with those sentiments. Taylor, you go.
So also I read it 2009 when I was like 14. I'm not gonna do the math, but yeah, I remember really loving him, and then this time around I realized he's very much so like a large toddler, but I'd fuck him still.
Okay.
Like,
Sammy, you go, please.
I wouldn't date him, but like a one-night stand moment.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Look, I
Oh wait,
also
I
read
forgot one
him.
big question. So do you prefer movie Jace or like TV show Jace?
Ooh.
Definitely movie Jace.
Yeah, Jim,
Yeah.
100%. Let's
Yeah.
proceed. Sorry.
Okay, Sammy,
But-
go. You were about to tell us your feelings on Jace.
Well, I read him when I was 15 or 16 too. Loved him. And reading this again, I was still kind of like, he's not. He's 2000. What was this? 2008, 2009, something like that.
Yeah.
It's an older time, but I feel like plus I've read the future books, and I feel like he improves himself.
Okay,
At least slightly.
that's
So
fair.
it's a little mute, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's put the roof on Sammy and me clearly.
I think I would agree though, because I've read a little bit further. I think
Yeah.
my view of him is like a bit different, but obviously he is an arrogant arsehole, as we said, and I think the like most problematic thing about him is the whole he's nice to Clary but like horrific to everyone else.
Yeah.
And, like, why is that attractive?
Yeah.
But
Tyler?
Is it my turn? Okay. I hate him. Like every time I see so the thing is, I don't dislike an arrogant character, but like he doesn't come across as like cocky and like I don't know. He's just arrogant. He's just the worst. Every time he does something, I'm like, he's such a brat too. Like something doesn't go his way, and he's like, and he kicks off, and I'm not here for it. I don't like it. Not a fan.
Lisa, what are your feelings on Jace?
Yeah, I agree. He's so arrogant and he loves himself way too much. Like, he literally called himself his only true love or something, and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I hate him.
Terrible. Yesenia?
So I agree with everything. I think he's arrogant, whatever. The second I knew that he was arrogant, I have notes, was chapter 7, because he really said, I'm not like other guys. And I was
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that sent me into
Yeah.
outer space. I could not.
No.
I was like, okay, that's no. That's
Actually,
not-
I have a note on that same passage that literally reads, I hated that, you egotistic, narcissistic, arrogant prick.
But
Wow, that is a big mood, honestly.
I really did not hold back on my feelings.
I actually have another quote from that same chapter that I was like, yes, from was her name Dorothea?
Yeah.
Mhm.
She said to Jace, she said, if you were half as funny as you thought you were, my boy, you'd be twice as funny as you are. And I was like, thank you. Someone put him in his place. Like,
Yeah.
finally.
Somebody needed to.
You see how dumb he is because he doesn't understand what she means.
Yeah. he's like, what?
I don't
He's
think
just
he doesn't
worse.
understand. I don't think he gives a flying.
That too.
Yeah.
Jace is he's so self-involved and he just cares about himself and like what benefits himself.
Yeah.
I love Alec, and I took some notes of like Jace's treatment of Alec, and it's just horrendous how badly he treats his own parabatai. Like,
I mean, yeah. Because he's the worst.
how he's the
Yeah.
worst, yes. But like, it's just, I find it so horrendous how he treats his own parabatai. Like, he doesn't listen to him half the time. He doesn't care what Alec's going through, and like he literally puts Alec's life in danger.
Yeah.
They're gonna go get the mortal cut from Dorothea's. I can't even remember what the comment was right now, but Jace said something to Alec that led to Alec not using his bow and eventually getting like pierced by Abaddon. So it's just like, you literally put your parabatai's life in danger and you don't give a shit. Like, how? It's so, especially because like, they're supposed to be super close and whatever. So it's just like, how do you not give a shit about like the person you're supposed to be closest to in the world?
Yeah.
I think Jace is having like a weird moment where he's never really had anybody else to care about other than like Alec and Izzy and all of them. So like, this is his first time feeling really strong feelings towards somebody else. So I think he's having a hard time balancing like having, you know, sort of stable feelings for Alec and them, and then having like these like crazy emotions for Clary. So he is a twat, but and keep in mind they're also like 15.
Well, Jace is like 2 years older than Clary, though.
So like, I don't know. He's still just like a young. He's a bro.
He is. Still an idiot.
He's literally a bro.
He's a beer pong playing, like backwards cap wearing frat boy bro who just happens to hunt demons, and he don't know how to handle the feels.
Yeah. No, I agree.
really don't blame Alec for like being broody and stuff, just because if I had to deal with that all the time, I would be
if I had to deal with a Jace all the time, I probably wouldn't make it. Like, it's too much.
But at the same time, because I hate Clary so much and I hate Jace so much, the actual relationship.
They're made for each other. They're perfect for each other because they both are terrible.
I have like no investment in the relationship whatsoever.
I absolutely agree, except for the fact that they're made for each other because they're both terrible.
Because like, when you get to the end and like you see like the twist, you know, I don't know how spoilery we get it.
Let's talk about it.
You know, the whole brother sister situation.
Yeah,
I just didn't care. I was like, I was kind of glad because now they're not together. You know,
my investment in this relationship is my anger. Like, I hate them.
Yeah,
they're both terrible. They're terrible. Like, Clary is a terrible protagonist, and Jace is just a terrible because Jace is supposed to take on the role of like mentor for Clary, of like guiding her through the shadow world and stuff, and he's terrible at it. And then she's a terrible main character, so it's just like, and like, it's not that she's a terrible main character. She's objectively a terrible main character. Like, I remember when I first read this in March, I also read another YA novel that same month, and the main character was like a year older than Clary, and she was vastly different and better and like much more interesting to follow. So it's like she's an objectively terrible like main character.
Yes. I wouldn't say she's the worst because that prize goes to Alina Starkov, but that is another conversation.
Absolutely, but we're not talking
Wait. I haven't read those books, so like, can we not have spoilers?
No,
I don't wonder though.
I'm gonna skip for the TV show. Sorry, Lee Bardugo.
I'm not giving out Shadow and Bone spoilers, but like I agree that the prize goes to Alina Starkov, and Clary can have second place. Who's third?
Sure.
Can I just say about Clary though? I think I was talking about this yesterday when we were having a chat. Is my least favorite thing about her is that Jace will give her like one small piece of information about the shadow world, and then everybody else will be like, what's going on? And she'll be like, duh, guys, vampires. And you're like, okay, you just learned this 5 minutes ago. And she's like out there giving off. It's like when you tell a joke and then nobody hears it. And then the person who's standing next to you just like repeats it. And then everybody laughs and everyone thinks it's a joke. That's what Clary does, but for every piece of information.
Literally.
And even like Simon, she's like, oh yeah, you know, this guy hunts demons. And he goes, okay, cool, demons. Like, nobody's questioning this.
Everyone's so accepting.
This guy showed up and he's telling me that my mom was a demon hunter. I'd be like, okay.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
You know what I think that I don't think, like, if anyone was surprised about this, like, I can't think about it. Like, how she was so surprised that Valentine was her dad. Like, really laid out to her, like, the moment they start speaking about him, and then at the end she was like, what, my dad?
Yeah. Honey, it was all right there.
Yeah.
She just needs everything spelled out.
Yeah, I love that she thought, oh yeah, my mom was married previously before she had me. Yeah, I don't think he's my dad though. I still the deceased military man story. Absolutely.
Yeah, obviously.
Also, did she ever question the fact that there was only one photo of him?
Literally.
I mean, yeah. All the information was there. All she had to do was just sit there and think for like 5 whole minutes, you know?
But I think that's why her and Jace work so well together, or they will. Like, just whatever kind of relationship they have, because they're both so self-absorbed that it's like, because she would have noticed all these things had she looked outside of like
Clary's like so self-involved that she doesn't care.
Yeah.
Clary means well, I just don't think she goes about it in the best way. Like, she's just shit.
Yeah.
Her intentions are like kind of there, but she just doesn't execute it well at all.
And like, her intentions are only go as far as they extend to herself.
Yeah,
like her intentions don't go far beyond like what affects her. Like,
Simon,
yeah,
you know?
Exactly. She forgets about him all the time.
Yeah.
So, can I ask what y'all's favorite chapter was?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't think I marked them chapter by chapter. So I don't know.
Well, no, or just like a scene that you really, really enjoyed.
Ooh, I liked the vampire hotel situation.
Okay.
I like that.
Clary's birthday scene.
Oh,
I'm so
that was ruined for me. It was ruined for me by Jace's behavior afterwards.
Okay, forget about that whole part though, and go back to the greenhouse.
But I can't now because I know what he does.
I don't even know if I had like a favorite.
I don't think I have one. But
I'm trying to think.
I think the whole thing with the werewolves at the end, like I kind of like that.
Yeah, I liked the end few chapters of the battle bit. That was good.
Yeah.
Can we talk about just like accepting Valentine like to be his dad straight away as well? Like that was really weird. I was like, well, I thought he was like being undercover or something. Like I didn't get it. I was reading it. I was like,
here's the thing. All of this could so easily be solved with a DNA test.
Yeah, legit.
It could all be solved. Like Clary and Jace could go down to the clinic, go get a DNA test, and just like, oh shit, we're not related. Oh, we're related. I don't know. Like, just like it could so easily be resolved, but obviously shadow hunters have to do everything ass backwards.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite chapter personally was the chapter Luke narrates, and it was the best chapter in the entire book.
True.
It's like,
Yeah, that was.
like, honestly, Luke is an underrated fave. Like,
Yeah, he is.
out here, like, just getting shit done, and like, I mean, he like behind the scenes in a week was like, okay, my kid's in trouble. I'm gonna go become a werewolf alpha so that I can protect her. Just like Luke was getting shit done.
Yeah,
And I was for it.
Yeah, that's true. Though I gotta say that I kind of hated how he and Jocelyn started acting at the beginning, like when they didn't want to say anything to Clary, and it was just such a mess that could have been so much easier if they just told her. Like,
Honestly, honesty is the best policy.
it didn't make sense. It just made everything more complicated and dangerous.
Oh wait, I told you guys on the group chat the other day that I had one moment that I actually did like Clary, and that I was going to share it with you today. I'm looking for it right now. There is one moment. So it's in chapter 23, the Valentine chapter, where they're like facing off against Valentine. And Clary has this one line when she's like Valentine calls Luke a monster because he's a werewolf and whatnot. And Clary's internal monologue, it just goes that she was thinking of all the memories of Luke throughout her childhood, and then Luke, whose place as her father this man was trying to take. And I was like, good on Clary for knowing that blood doesn't make family.
Yeah,
that was the one moment that I was like, yeah, Clary, you go. And when she told Jace, like, oh, you do have family, like the like family is those that love you.
Yeah, that's the great moment of her.
That was the one moment that I was like, yes, Clary.
I was looking for my notes, and that part when she tells him, like, no, there's people that love you, you have family, the light was, and I was like, yes, girl.
It was the one moment that I was rooting for Clary, and I was like, yes, girl, you go. Everything else is shit.
Yeah, true.
There's one part in this that continues to baffle me. So it's in chapter 17, I think. I think it's the greenhouse scene. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's when she talks about her scar. And she says, like, she wants to cover up her chickenpox scar, but it's shaped like a star. And I'm like, you think your chickenpox gave you a star mark? Did anybody catch
I didn't even notice that.
I think they did.
So stuff like this, I think, like, I noticed it better because I know that it is important in the future. But there's stuff like this that, like, plays into later. And I figured I'd point it out that the star-shaped white mark on the top of her shoulder, her thinking it's a chickenpox scar.
Yeah. It's just like other scars. It's just like other scars that come into play later on.
Yeah.
I didn't know. There's probably so many things that I just
there's so many.
So, like,
So many.
Also, some of us like read this using the audiobook. Do y'all want to comment on that for a moment? Wait, I'm gonna bring Taylor in here because she has lots of feelings on that. Taylor has lots of feelings on the audiobook. Wait, someone has feelings on the audiobook.
Well, I know that Lisa and I listened to the Mae Whitman audiobook, and
Yeah.
And it was not great.
It is not great, but it got me through a lot of the book very quick. So
that's true.
Is there more than one version of the audiobook?
I don't think so.
Gotta be, right?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, I think
one
it's
they're
just the
drawing.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
So since I read this in March, which is not, even though it feels like it was a million years ago because of our current like global situation, it was not that long ago. So I couldn't like sit down to physically reread this myself. So I read it with the audiobook. I was like following along on my book, but I was mostly just listening. And the audiobook wasn't great.
Oh, it's trash.
No, it's really not.
The voices that Mae Whitman does are not, and this is like not a slight on Mae Whitman. This is like just it's a fact. Like they were not.
She doesn't do voices. She
exactly
voice the whole time.
She does like very shitty, vaguely European accents.
You want a good voice? Red, white, royal blue audiobook, everybody.
Taylor!
It was just as bad, I'd say,
I
as
was
like the Raven
literally
Cycle
waiting.
Quartet
I was
audio.
like, this is gonna be mentioned.
Oh, that is so bad.
So bad.
The audiobooks are really
So
bad.
bad.
I've never heard
I
it, read it. So.
only have read the
Don't
Raven Boys via audiobook, and it turned me off of the series so hard.
Bad.
Oh,
So
I
bad.
don't know if you
Really
guys saw my
bad.
tweet, but I actually think I'm DNFing the Raven Boys.
I saw
series.
that. It's
Yeah.
okay.
If anybody watching is like an advocate for it, if any of you guys are an advocate for it, I know Lisa is because she was pretty sad, but I just could not.
I really liked it too.
The first
I love
Raven
the
Boys is
character.
hard to get through, and then the Dream Thieves is just like, I don't know why it was so difficult for me, but it just was. So
I would give it a go without the audiobook, personally.
The
I'd
other
give it another
so
chance,
bad. It's the
but the
audiobook.
audiobook that's
The
trash.
worst thing that happened to me is the audiobook. I have nightmares about
the
That
southern
like
accent of the
Virginia
audiobook,
drawl that the author's trying to go for, or not the author, the
Narrator.
narrator is it's an experience. It's a full ride that I just wanted to get off, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just not really my thing, I guess. I don't know what I was expecting from that series, but it wasn't what I'm getting. So
I really want to read it, but I hear such like mixed opinions on it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
People either seem to really love it or hate it. So
Yeah,
True.
I think it's like the Foxhole Court. Like people are either like, this is the best thing ever written, or they're like me and think it's
Yeah. There's no middle of the
Yeah.
road there.
I'm
questionable.
definitely gonna read it.
I don't know. I'm gonna read the Foxhole Court in next month in June, and I'm ready for this experience.
Let me
I mean,
know.
so-
I'm like scared to read it.
Let me know if you make it past 30% where I DNF that. It's so hard.
Yeah, no, it's on my Olympic Games TBR, and I'm like, I'm keeping an open mind. I'm trying to stay optimistic, but I've heard mixed things.
Yeah, me too. But they were all so cheap, so I was like,
Oh, you might as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got them because like they were like, it was free the first one, and the other two were 99 cents. So I was
Yeah,
just like, what's 99 cents?
exactly.
Pack of gum.
Pack of gum is not 99 cents.
Yeah, it is. Here.
Not here.
Okay, well, listen. Canada is expensive.
I mean, so is PR. Like, Puerto Rico is like super expensive, and like a pack of gum is not 99 cents.
How much is it for you? Cheaper?
No, higher.
Oh, damn, never mind. I take it back.
I don't know the conversion, but here,
I don't know. We have really high tax or sales tax, so yeah.
Move.
Yeah, I think a pack of gum here is like almost $1 and something.
I'd
Yeah,
rather
it's
pay
like-
$1 for a pack of gum than for the Foxhole Court. Honestly, I would give someone $1 to have unread the 30% of the Foxhole Court that I could give back. If anyone's watching this is like obsessed with it, they're gonna come for me, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Don't come for us, please. We're here to complain.
My grandpa always says opinions are like assholes. Everybody has it, but sometimes you don't want to hear it.
Okay. That being said, what are y'all's expectations going forward with the series? Especially those of you that haven't read it.
Expectations plot wise or enjoyment wise?
Both, really.
Yeah. I mean, I know I watched the TV show, so I know some of the stuff that happens. I don't know when everything happens, but I know some of the things that do happen.
I'm not sure.
And also, the TV show isn't that faithful to the books, I've heard.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
So one good thing about me not knowing anything about the series is I seriously don't know. Like, I have no idea where it's gonna go, but I do expect them to get better as time goes on.
Yeah.
The writing.
Yeah. I mean, this is a debut. We forgot to say this is a debut novel, so like it makes sense that like it will be the best of the series, and of all the work that we're going to be reading, because we forgot to specify we're reading all 18 currently published books.
18.
And as they continue to go out, we'll probably continue to go through them.
I think my soul just left my body when you said it out loud.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, there's 18 books. We're gonna make our way through them somehow.
Speaking of the writing, I need to get this one like analogy off of my chest. Okay.
Yeah, go.
This is okay. Going in, it was literally on like the 4th page, and I don't know if any of you guys like saw this or remember it, but I laughed out loud, and I think I was like, "What the fuck?"
I think you know.
They were in pandemonium, and she was talking about like how all the kids were dancing in there, right? And then the analogy she used was they were dancing as if they dropped a contact lens on the floor and went to pick it up. Do you guys remember?
I just read this and I don't
That's the
remember.
most oddly specific description in the world.
Copy anyway, but please, like. So, speaking of my expectations, I expect the writing to get better going forward. But yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of that, there's a part in the first chapter where she starts like describing the demon, and she says that his eyes are the color of antifreeze, and that got stuck in my head. And I remember when I first read them, I was obsessed with them, and I wanted to make my grandmother read them. I don't know why. I decided that she needed to read them, and I started reading it aloud for her. And I got to a part, and she was like, "Yeah, no, this is not for me. I'm sorry." It's like
Spring grass.
I've just seen the antifreeze thing. It's on page like 2.
Yeah.
I'm telling like,
she didn't finish that chapter.
But she had like little like phrases and analogies throughout the whole thing that were kind of like that, and it was so confusing to me. My brain can't compute what she's talking about.
I mean, her writing definitely got better as time progressed.
That's good. Yeah, I expected, because I did know that this being a debut novel, I wasn't expecting it to be like.
Even there are some deleted scenes for City of Bones that actually or like snippets or whatever, like missing scenes or whatever that she wrote like later on, and you read them and you notice that she got better. And there's one that is the prologue from Jace's pub, and I hated myself for liking it, but I liked it because it was better written, and I hated myself for it. You know,
The Infernal Devices.
Yes,
I'm really excited to read those ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
Kristen, what did you end up rating it? I know I comments back to you, but I see your comments. Hopefully you can hear me.
Yeah.
I don't know if she got.
So yeah, wait, we should talk about what we rated this book. What did everybody rate this book?
3.
I did 3 as well.
3.
Average, you know.
I guess.
Yeah.
Wait, let me get Taylor and wait, Taylor's not currently at her computer, so wait, Taylor's back. Jess, what did you rate this book?
I did 3 as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope they get.
Taylor, what did you rate this book?
Better.
I went to get Sam
Taylor, what did you rate this book?
I gave this book a 2.5.
So basically, everybody but Taylor rated it a 3. So we're all in accordance that this was a very middle of the road book.
Yeah. I didn't think it was 2 because I was intrigued. Like I do want to know what happens. I think, like we've said, it's her first book. There's a lot of problems with it, but like, what you know, it was still a fun read. Like I still enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
I think I rated it so low because I've seen the movie, I've seen the TV show, and so like I know that it obviously, and I've read it once before, so I know the plot obviously differs a bit, but like I'm just so familiar with like sort of what happened.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, okay, we're at the Dumort scene. Okay, cool. Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Like, you know, it just felt like very like I'm coming up the mountain. I know exactly what I'm about to pass, but I'm coming up the mountain.
Yeah.
How far in the series did you get, Taylor?
What?
Before? How far in the series did you get before?
I read through to I read Fallen Angel was the last one I read.
Okay, yes. Yeah,
So yeah, no, wait, give me 1 second.
Uh-oh.
I think our computers are all freezing at different times.
wait,
Yeah.
you're muted. Tati, you're
You
muted.
There we go.
My AirPods died on me, so I had to like take them off. It was a very middle of the road book. Not my new favorite in the series. Not a new favorite in general. But I have hopes for the rest of the series and for the rest of the other series that we're gonna be reading.
Yeah, they're
So excited for Lady Midnight.
I'm excited for the Infernal Devices. I'm really I've heard
Yes.
such good things about Will and Jem and
Damn.
Yes. So much. Okay. Also, Magnus is in every single series, which I'm here for.
That's the
I'm
that's the he's everywhere.
Which I'm here for. I'm here for it. I like Magnus, so I'm like, yeah, give me more of them.
Although I will say I read the first 30 pages by accident of Chain of Gold, and I ruined the end of the Infernal Devices series for myself. No, they were like connected because I know. Well, obviously I knew they were like same world and everything, but I thought it was like
They're really connected.
They're really connected.
And like how they were like sort of separate, but like sort of interlap. So I didn't realize it was the same thing, and I started it.
Oh man.
By publication order. It's just it'll never fail.
It might not ruin it. It's like your enjoyment of it.
Families.
Yeah. So that love triangle was squashed real quick for me.
Yeah, it was. Though
Hello.
Trying to give everybody equal time.
I should have made a bug cake for this.
Yes.
You should have.
definitely.
Next live stream, we're gonna start it by all of us making mug cakes, and then to the stream.
And then drinking San Pellegrino.
Oh,
Yeah. So
I can't make it through a day without San Pellegrino.
I had one this morning, Taylor. This is all your fault. You're getting me addicted.
I'm so glad you liked it though. When I saw your reaction, I was like, oh, she loves it.
It was so wholesome. Her face was like,
Wow. This is gonna really like you're gonna get me addicted to this, and this is not gonna be good.
That's so good. That's so good.
It's delicious. It's so delicious, but like
Fruity.
getting addicted is not an option.
I didn't realize how many flavors there were there. I feel like Canada's being treated better than here because we have
like 3 flavors.
yeah.
wait.
We have lemon, orange, and pomegranate orange.
What are you talking about? Zero.
She's the one that's like
Yeah, I think we have 6 or 7, and then we have these other versions of San Pels that like aren't. They're more like a Perrier where it's not like juice in it; it's more like flavored. But those ones are gross. My mom likes those, but I'm not here for it.
yeah. I just found that one. That was the last box. Like the one I sent you guys. That's the last box I got. It was at the supermarket, but also like the supermarket I went to was like low on stock. So I'm hoping that maybe if I go back later, there'll be other flavors.
They've got to have lemon because it's their most popular by far.
The lemon is so good.
We're in a time of crisis, so I'm not going to the supermarket all that often anymore. Like
But when this is over,
like I don't like going to the supermarket during this thing because it's just a mess. So I handle Costco, and then my mom's boyfriend handles the supermarket. That's how we've divided up chores in this house. I will gladly go to Costco. He has to go to the supermarket.
but Costco's so fun.
Costco is the best, and I like going to Costco because it's they have it super organized and structured. So it's just like getting in and out is so quick. But
Yeah, see, I'm sitting here and not understanding anything of this. Like,
no.
what?
I was about to give up on the whole social distancing quarantine thing. I had to go out the other day to go to the bank, and it looked like a normal day. Like people were just out and about. Like, dude, you're supposed to be in your houses.
Yeah. We're allowed to go anywhere now, as in like unlimited exercise. Everyone's just tottering around, doing their own thing.
Yeah.
We're having like family bubbles and stuff now. if anyone is curious, I live in New Brunswick, Canada, and we have no cases. So they've closed off our borders to like all the provinces around us, and they're opening up like, family bubbles so you can have like close contact with them, and you can gather with 10 people or less, but the 10 people do have to be 2 feet apart. But like you could have like a little sit together and stuff.
Sounds so good.
So it's pretty nice so far. As long as they don't open up our borders, I think we're gonna for like a while. I think we're gonna be okay. Here,
We're just muffled, to be honest.
We are doing quite well because
Sorry, we don't go.
okay, we're doing quite well because we're like our whole population, like the whole country is just 3 million people, so like we're not that many people here, and like quarantine started very early. I think we have in total like 17 deaths, so that's like really low. But the problem is that now they're starting to like everything going back to normal, and now it's gonna escalate and it's gonna get so much worse. We didn't get to that point yet.
Yeah. The thing is that like even if they take away, it's like I don't know how y'all's countries are doing that, but I'm under lockdown, so I have a curfew, like a government curfew.
We don't have. We've never had
7 p.m. And even if they do take away the restrictions, thankfully I can work from home like 90% of the time. But even if they do take away the restrictions, I still have to sort of quarantine because my mom is a high risk. I can't take the chance that she's gonna get sick.
Yeah.
So like even if like the government decides to take away the restrictions, I still have to like abide by them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, Sammy?
Oh wait. Let's bring in Sammy and see what's going down in the U.S.
Oh,
Hello. Tell us.
What state? You're in DC, right?
Maryland.
Maryland. Okay, sorry.
So I'm in like a DC is obviously a lot more heavily populated than like my portion of Maryland. So like DC's still in lockdown, and so is like Northern Virginia, which is also really heavily populated. They're at least until June, and then DC's for another 2 weeks or so. But since I'm in the suburbs, like I don't like we're not coming into contact with a lot of people. We are allowed out now, but there's still like not very many places I'd go, so it doesn't really matter. Not restaurants aren't open or anything still, so it's not really anything changed, but we can technically leave our houses now.
Yeah.
Then how about where you are?
Huh?
Isania.
Sorry, what? My phone is like freezing. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. I'm just thinking.
Where you are? How are things over there? You're still in Nevada, right?
Yeah, I'm with my parents right now, but my sister just got word that her entire fall semester is going to be online as well. So it's not really, nothing's really changed over here, unfortunately. But yeah, we're just taking it day by day. That's still, I know that I've talked about this with you girls before, but they haven't like made it mandatory to wear like gloves or masks or anything when you go out. So that still like blows my mind. So even though like my family, we don't go out unless we have to like go get groceries or something. Like it's yeah.
No,
kind of a mess. But I know that I was watching the news the other day, and Vegas, they want to open the casinos by the end of this month.
Yeah,
which is like.
That's
and
insane.
they even said they're just strongly advising face masks to their guests. They're not. It's not mandatory.
But the mayor of Las Vegas has been wanting to open for like a while now. She did that.
Yeah,
she's crazy.
It was just
she wanted to. I remember we watched her press conference, and she said that she wants to open it. And then when everyone was asking, this was like a month ago.
Yeah.
And everyone was asking her, like, how do you advise the casinos to do this? And she was like, well, I don't know. I'm not a casino owner, so I don't know. And I was like, girl, what in the world?
She did a really terrible interview with Anderson Cooper.
Yeah.
Not great.
But I don't think that the West Coast is in any state to open up anything right now.
So does everybody have like a book that they think would be good to read during quarantine that might like lift your spirits a little bit?
Yeah.
I can't see what you pointed to.
What are you
I
pointing
know
at?
what Taylor's gonna say, and
There it is.
Yes. I like
Yeah.
my
I'm just get it.
I'd be holding it up. wait.
I love this.
I actually started Red, White, and Royal Blue this morning for my next video.
Here, I don't have one, but I have my
I love this for us, honestly. I really do.
I love this. So yeah, there's our recommendation for the quarantine reads.
I don't think of other ones that I think are like feel good.
I just read like at the start of quarantine, Anna and the French Kiss, and like it's really like silly and immature, but like I thought it was really cute and I had fun with it. So.
Sammy.
Approximately.
Oh, I have that one too.
Oh, I want to read that.
Yeah.
So good.
And I didn't
really
even
wanna
know I
read it.
had it.
So cute. Love it.
Yeah, I've been reading some smut that Taylor and Skylar recommended.
That's also good too.
Okay, I have like a really, really dumb question, and I can't believe I'm about to ask you guys.
Are you gonna ask us what smut is?
No. Is Punk 57 smut?
It has it.
It has it, yeah.
Okay.
People consider it smut because it has like explicit scenes in it, but it's not mostly smut. Like it's not 50 Shades by any means.
No.
Oh, she's frozen.
Yeah, she froze.
Okay. So it's kind of like 50 Shades. And
No.
There's funny stuff, but 50 Shades tried to be something that it wasn't, though. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
true.
It wanted to add the story too. It's not just.
No, it's more like story with smut, whereas 50 Shades is like smut with story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see the difference.
Well, no, it's more just like it's more explicit sex scenes than you would find in a typical book, which is why we kind of call it smut.
But it's not the main focus.
It's not like there's like a sex scene every chapter.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a newbie with this stuff, but Punk 57's on my list for my next video too. So
I'm so excited for you to read it.
She's dying.
Yeah. Okay, so we're almost like an hour in, so do you guys just want to share what you're currently reading and then we'll get going?
Let's
wait,
yeah.
I'm not
love this. In front of me, I was prepared for this question.
Go, Jess. Tell us what you're reading.
The Elite.
Oh,
yes.
Oh my gosh!
Literally me too.
We have some accidental body reading over here.
That's
I don't know, like it's shit, but I love it. Like I can't explain it.
It's so good.
Like it is not great, but I can't stop reading.
Yeah.
And then I'm also reading Priory of the Orange Tree as well.
That book is so big.
Honestly, like, and because you have to really concentrate, and like this is such an easy. I'm like polar opposites. Like this is such an easy read that I'm reading like 3 pages of this and then like 50 of that, and I'm like, good balance, thank you. Like, very good.
We already know what you're reading.
Yeah, I'm reading an arc I got as well off NetGalley, but I'm not really enjoying it. So I'm just reading this. Pretty much.
So what are you reading right now?
I'm reading Catching Fire.
Yeah, a lot of people have said
I love Catching Fire.
Like
Catching Fire is the best.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I
so
think that
good.
one's probably my favorite film, but I think I like The Hunger Games more as a story. But they're both great.
I don't know. I've only read them the one time, and they were okay.
They're really fun.
Yeah.
I hate
reading right
now. You said me, right?
Yeah.
It keeps freezing. I don't know why it keeps doing this to me. So I am currently reading Emma for another live stream.
Oh yeah, your live stream at the end of the month.
Yeah, so shameless plug for the Top Shelf Society. But I'm also reading One of Us is Next, which is the sequel to One of Us is Lying, and then I started Red, White, and Royal Blue.
So you're reading all the things at the same time. Excellent.
Yeah, I'm like Jessica. I need like a break in between.
I try to like go through one book and then I'm done. Sammy, what are you reading right now?
I'm about to start I Believe in a Thing Called Love by Maureen Gu for the Asian Readathon. I haven't started it yet, so I can't tell you if it's good, but I'm excited.
Wait, I'm going to bring in... Okay, there we go. Mica, what are you reading right now?
I haven't been reading much because I had to do a lot of studying, but I am rereading Six of Crows because I put myself through Shadow and Bone. I'm gonna get through this.
Yeah, girl!
I really want to read it.
Skylar, if you want to check it out and not have to like pay for it, because I didn't live, you can. The audiobook's free on YouTube.
Yeah, it is.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah. And Taylor, what are you reading right now?
Okay, guys, you're about to be really excited, especially Sammy and Skylar, because I just finished City of Bones, which means that as soon as this live is over,
I'm so excited.
Yes.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
time. Did I just sound like Go-Red there? My first time.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
I cannot wait because I am a hoe for The Cruel Prince, as y'all know, which I know some people hate it, but Carden is my book boyfriend. I know he's trash. I'm trash. It's a couple minutes in. Yeah. And so it's Reese in this, or Rysland or something, right? Like Reese.
Tamlin is in this one.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
our two boys are Tamlin and Rhysand.
Okay.
In this series.
Okay.
As far as I know.
So what you're telling me is that if I like Rhysand, I'm trash, and if I like Tamlin, I have good opinions?
No. If you like Rhysand, you have taste.
You have to read it. You have to read it.
My copy of what's the second one called? A Court of Wings and
Fury.
Mist and
That
Fury.
is
I
the
ordered
best
it,
book.
and it's on its way. So
that is like my favorite book of all time.
Let's all pray for Canada Post to come through.
Honestly, Canada Post is dirty.
Daniel, what did you say? I'm sorry, I cut out.
Did you order on Amazon, Taylor?
No, I ordered through Chapters Indigo, which is like our Barnes and Noble water experience. So they're actually not bad because when I ordered the Cruel Prince box set, it came in like a week and a half, which is like for Canada Post during Corona is good. Yeah. So I'm hoping that I'll get it next week.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited that
you're gonna need it.
I can't wait
it for the first time again. Oh,
I haven't yet to read a single Sarah J. Maas novel, so
I'm vlogging it. We're vlogging.
Start with ACOTAR.
Anyway, I am currently reading the last book in the Forbidden Game trilogy. I'm reading The Kill right now, which I want to finish. I've been working on it for the last I've been working on the trilogy for the last 3 months. It's time to put it to rest. Yeah, it's time to get it to rest. I mean, after 10 years, I've read the first 2 books, so I think I've done a good job.
I didn't realize they were like separate books because mine's like one.
Yeah, I have the omnibus like edition, the really thick boy.
Yeah, that's what mine's like.
But they're 3 different books.
Who even knew? I read that when I was younger, and like I just thought it was one massive.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think we should just like end it now. I think we've done everything we wanted to talk about. We talked about some Corona. We talked about our books. I think good as any.
Yeah.
Sponsor me.
Royal Blue.
Royal Blue.
And catch us next month for
City of Ashes.
Yeah.
So our City of Ashes live show is June 20th. Be there. Thank you all for joining us, and thank you to the lovely ladies that are here with me right now.
Yeah, that was fun.
Fun time. And Yesenia's hosting the next one, and we'll see you all on the internet.
Bye, internet.
Bye.
I don't know how to get out of here.
Okay. And
Oh,